Welcome back, everybody. It's time for our last series of the day. We have Dog versus Fr0zen, and this is a battle between two of the highest ranked players in North America. People may know Dog because he is a well-known streamer, and he's also been qualifying for every tournament alive. He's been qualifying for Seat Story Cup, for DreamHack, some of the biggest tournaments. He's been there partially off his own merit, and also because he's also a really good player.
Yeah.
So he's the guy that people already know and comes in as a favorite based off the fandom. But then we have Fr0zen, who's currently ranked #1 in North America, and he's been on a tear.
Yeah, he's definitely had some great matchups over the past couple of days, and you can tell that he understands what's going on with the meta right now. He actually changed his decks not quite a bit, but he brought that mage deck today.
Significantly.
Yeah, and it's shown that he understands right now. Dog though, he's #8, I believe, right now. Or maybe he's
he
gone
was
up a little bit.
#4.
Wow. Okay, so both these guys playing.
It's a battle between rank #1 and rank #4 here on the
Wow.
ladder.
So I'm sure they might even have faced each other a couple times in the past couple of hours, since I'm sure they've been queuing in between. But you can see their decks.
This is what I like to see. I want to see diversity.
There's no hunters, only one warlock, and no mirror matchups.
There's no mirror matchups, that's for sure.
So
I don't even mind a hunter being thrown in if it was like a different. Like I like seeing 6 different classes. That's cool.
Yeah.
Druid versus Warlock to start things off. We know it's Ramp Druid and we know it's Zoo, and then we have Priest versus a double combo Druid. Then we have Warrior Control, and then we have an Aggro Mage.
Yes.
So this is going to be cool. I think Warrior Control is one of the matchups that Fr0zen wanted to dodge.
Yeah.
Because Warrior is just so good at handling aggression while being able to heal. Like, Shield Maiden's really clutch there.
Yeah. Now, I think this Aggro Mage has a lot better of a chance against Warrior than a Freeze Mage. But at the same time, still could be rough. And, well, I don't think Dog actually changed up the order of his decks at all. I think he went with the same order as he did in the last one.
Yeah. That's one of the feedbacks that the players have given to us. They're saying, well, you know what? I don't really have that much of an incentive to change my lineup. And we say, you know what? It's perfectly fine based off of how you want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe as we evaluate the format, we can continue to rotate in some other changes. Like, you know, maybe you announce. Well, maybe you have a chance to change classes after the first game or whatnot. We're all experimenting with this, so we hope you guys have lots of opinions as well. If you guys are enjoying the viewer experience, let us know at ESL Hearthstone. Or you can let us know on Twitter at AzumoQT or at Fr0zen, and tell us what you guys think about the current format. It's a change from last year's standing, but it's just an experiment to see how things go. Game #1 is about to begin. I personally have been enjoying to see the diversity of, while being able to see repetition of being able to play a class multiple times. It's actually quite refreshing, because then it's like, well, this Ramp Druid was designed to beat decks, aggro decks, but look at the draw of Dog. He runs one combo, and I think he got both of them.
Yeah, that's pretty rare. And look at the hand of Fr0zen here. All 1-drops. Every single card that he has in his hand. All ones.
So if we're going to follow this line of play, I guess he plays the Undertaker and the Flame Imp. Because that's what Silent Storm did.
This is
almost the exact same thing as Silent Storm, except he chose to go for the traditional Undertaker route.
Okay, so this way, the argument that we had before is you have a chance to draw into something to buff the Undertaker again the next turn.
Well, yeah, your hand doesn't follow up with Undertaker.
Yeah.
The second thing is you put out more power on the board.
Yeah.
By doing this.
Yeah.
Because the Flame Imp, stats-wise, is better, and then you have the ability to buff it.
Still, though, this could get pretty hectic really quickly, and this is where those spare parts come into play. This puts it at a Wrath range.
Surprised that he's not opting to go for Abusive Sergeant. It seems like he wants to go for a board control slower approach.
The infamous Dog.
I wonder how much does Fr0zen know? How much does Fr0zen know about Dog's deck?
If he knows anything about Dog, then he knows that it's a heavy ramp.
That's right.
And I'm sure since they're both always high legend players that they've played against each other at least some. And Fr0zen seems to be a pretty big part of like the community as well. I know he like makes guides and like writes a lot about the scene, so I'm sure he knows about Dog as a player. Probably as much as us, if not more.
A couple of big damage cards in hand. But Dog has a very good deck to bounce back from it.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's got a way to stabilize very soon with the Keeper of the Grove. Ooh, he's got Innervate Force of Nature as well.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, that goes for a big clear on the Undertaker and the Direwolf Alpha.
And he'll have a Sludge Belcher to follow it up, so it fits his curve pretty well. Now he needs something to be able to do on turn 6. That's going to be pretty important. I guess Keeper Hero Power isn't that bad.
That's probably one of the best draws you could have asked for.
Yeah.
It gets something really meaty and it adds the damage. This game is going on 1,000,000 miles per hour, but
both these guys are really fast players. Fr0zen, I remember making a comment yesterday, and Dog, he plays fast no matter what.
I think you can power overwhelming and tap. And that fills out the curve nicely. Very beautifully.
Yeah.
So you push through with this first body, and then you do lose your Abusive Sergeant, but I think you're just okay still with how everything has panned out.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dog will use his Keeper of the Grove here. Because he can use his hero power to snipe this.
Yeah. And then he has an Ancient of War turn. Ancient of War play next turn.
Yeah, that's so big.
Yeah.
He is low, though, on health. Starting to climb to the scary points, but he's got ways to recover with Ancient of Lore.
Yeah. He's got a pretty decent hand for being able to deal with the rest of the game. He just has to make it through. And that's not a very impactful draw for Fr0zen right now.
Nah, I think you just Doomguard.
Yeah.
You realize it's like, okay, well, it's gotten to that point.
Yeah. I think Dog was expecting the Doomguard to come out right now, and 6 health.
Oh, that Innervate's actually pretty useful.
Yes, it is.
It's going to allow him to do some really powerful stuff with Cenarius next turn. Like, the fact that he has ways to respond to his opponent now is really strong. He's... Whoa, Soulfire allows him to push through.
Yes, it does. It's weird that the Doomguard just, like, trades evenly with the Ancient of War.
Yeah, he needs to think about this very carefully, too. How does he want to do this?
If he puts the plating, or sorry, Whirling Blades on he can just Whirling Blades and...
So he Whirling Blades and then Soulfire. Then you can crash the spiders? Yeah. You can crash the spiders into the Keeper of the Grove. Dog is pretty upset, though, because this is like the exact set of cards that he needs to push through. These juggles are so big! Go!
Oh. This guy's deck is crazy.
It really is. Oh, that's a big draw. Double 5 drop. Wow.
Yes.
So he charges this Druid of the Claw, right? And takes out the Knife Juggler?
I would. And so then...
This is really close.
Well, then he has Cenarius next turn, and he's got Ancient of Lore after that to be able to stabilize.
Actually, it's a really big question. No, if you taunt up, he's just going to trade Doomguard pretty favorably. I think you have to charge into Knife Juggler.
Yeah. Because then he's got to trade his entire...
Or maybe you can charge into the 6-2. Protect the first body. That's also legitimate as well. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I guess the max...
Oh!
Oh, no! Off the top.
Oh, man.
Wow. That is one sad
Dog realized he was so close to stabilizing. And Fr0zen just zooed Dog.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, these guys can actually see each other. So
oh yeah, on Skype.
They can. It's kind of embarrassing when you like top deck the answer, the perfect answer.
Why is it embarrassing?
You know that your opponent's just gonna like scold you. They're
I
just
would
gonna, like,
stare at my webcam and just not have emotion the entire time and just nod.
Top decked and wrecked. Yeah.
That's
Well,
how you could do it.
I think that Dog was really relying on
It's like
winning that matchup.
It's like the Courage Wolf. You just finish.
Okay, that happened. Hello, Fr0zen.
Well, going into game number 2 here, we have, I believe, Druid versus Paladin, is it? And
yes.
so going into that match, it's going to be a little bit harder for Paladin to stabilize against a faster Druid, but I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Is it right? Is it Paladin versus Druid?
It's Paladin.
Oh, it's Priest versus Druid.
Priest versus Druid.
Sorry.
I thought Dog had
difference.
a Paladin.
No. It's because we've seen it Paladin throughout the days. It's Priest versus Druid.
Okay. Well, this is a little bit different then. This can be tough. This can be tough for a Priest, but I think that Priests fare a little bit better against the ramp heavy than they do against like the faster mid-rangey type. It allows them a little bit of time to react and not having to deal with like Yetis and Spectral Knights.
Still tough.
It's still very tough.
The innervates and the wild growths can still be very devastating for a Priest to fall back or to climb back from.
But I think the worst case scenario situation is better for a Priest against Ramp Druid. Because worst case scenario for a Priest against like mid-range Druid, like an innervated Spectral Knight or something like that.
I think if Doc had the choice, I think he'd rather match up Priest against Zoo and then Ramp Druid against faster Druid. If you had the chance to do so. I generally like the slower Druid against the faster Druid.
Yeah.
Because you just have the bigger creatures.
Yeah.
And he has the smaller threats, and he has to keep crashing into the bigger threats.
Yeah.
And after a while, you just have so many taunts.
Yeah.
That they have to use Savage Roar and Force of Nature suboptimally. So
yeah.
I personally like it, but some people they don't care. They just play Druid anyways because Druid can win.
Like Dog.
Well, Druid's playing. He's playing the Ramp Druid.
He doesn't play fast Druid that much.
No, which is why it's like it's a little unfortunate that it didn't line up.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Priest still can win, and we're gonna go into game number 2 and see if he can climb back or will Fr0zen jump out to a 2-0 lead. Pretty decent opening hand. I think if he gets into Injured Blade Master, that hand is insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Okay, and a pretty mediocre hand from Fr0zen. Whoa! Oh, man.
Oh.
But the rat's going to come out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You think you should have coined in Power Shield?
No. You coin, because if you coin, you get to do the Injured Blade Master next turn.
Yeah, but
protection against wrath. Yeah. I know what you mean. But
what is a Druid gonna do on like turn 3 to deal with, or turn 2 or turn 3 to deal with the 1/5 Northshire Cleric?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can't wait one turn. All right. Well, he's gonna do the play anyway.
This is like innervating out the Yeti.
Yeah.
Except the Yeti's stronger, and you can heal the Yeti every single time it trades.
Yeah.
So
why would you do any other thing? But you're spending 2 cards.
You play a Power of the Wild, and then he attacks and it passes, and he like heals up and passes. And you basically did 1 damage.
Yeah.
So that's why Fr0zen doesn't feel comfortable playing this Panther.
Yep.
So imagine if he had Druid the Fang, it would have been a 7/7.
2 turns from now.
Yeah.
If the Panther didn't die.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Thanks for that little piece of info. Still not going to put Druid the Fang in any of my Druid decks ever. And it's an auto pass on Arena.
It's your loss.
I'll take a Wisp.
I'm looking forward to the time where someone's going to bring a Druid Beast deck, and I'm going to be vindicated of all of my casting sins.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited for when someone brings the Druid of the Fang in a Priest deck, or in a Druid deck, and it sits dead in their hand for the entire game, and they lose before they can even play it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I believe in the Druid of the Fang.
Well, I hope so. We haven't talked much about that new Druid card with Dark Whispers.
Oh.
Summon 5 Wisps.
Okay, that card I can accept is not going to do things.
Better than Druid of the Fang, in my opinion.
Well, this actually has accomplished nothing, because he's got Shadow Word, Pain, and then Heal. Yeah, which is fine, because he doesn't need to play Zombie Chow. It's like the whole important thing. Okay, I mean, Zombie Chow is fine too, but the whole importance of this board is that he can't actually deal with everything.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to play the Arcanine Soul Priest. Try to see if he can seize board initiative.
Yeah.
If you play Wild Growth and Savage Roar, that allows you to kill off the Arcanine, and you can go straight into Dr. Boom.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good play.
Alternatively, you can play Keep with the Grove. Nah, that's pretty weak.
Yeah, Keep with the Grove. It's just going to get eaten by the Injured Blade Master. Just straight up eaten.
Oh, I guess he kills off the Injured Blade Master. It's a bigger threat.
Yeah, not worried.
But then Zombie Chow. The Zombie Chow Akanai synergy.
Oh no.
In later turns, that's a 5 damage burst like Mind Blast.
It is. It is like Mind Blast. Now, I've seen Priest be able to, but he's not running Holy Fires if I remember correctly. I think a lot of Priests.
Holy Fires rotated out.
Yeah, I think Fr0zen is like the.
For sure, Fr0zen's pretty sick.
The replacement for Holy Fire.
Oh man, I guess you're okay with Zombie Chow taking the hit here. Fr0zen! Oh, that is such a big draw.
Not only does he clear the Dr. Boom and put a 6/7 on the board, but he does 5 damage to the face.
Hello.
And he puts Fr0zen at 9 health. This is a Priest we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's...
Okay, well, he's going to silence this and then try to make the Boom make some plays. But what if the Boom 4 damages the Dark Cultist and then gives Fr0zen more health? What if it happens? It could happen.
Oh! Oh, man. That was close. That would have been crazy.
Still could be the scenario where you give the health to the Akanai Soul Priest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
That's really good.
Yeah. This could be the beginning of stabilization for Fr0zen. Fr0zen's just cracking up right now.
Well, because this game is so troll, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Knight. I mean, Fr0zen's giggling a little bit because it's like, I have Black Knight.
You think dogs knowing that he's laughing at? Oh, God.
Do you have Circle of Healing? Oh, Fr0zen, he can't believe it. He can't believe it.
He's like, why are you
Dog's
laughing?
like, how is this happening? What did I do to deserve this? So close, yet so far.
Well, he's still at 6 health, but what is a Priest going to do those last bits of health?
Well, with this hand. One thing that can climb him back is Northshire Cleric. Alright, I mean, meh. You just play Zombie Chow, I suppose, and then...
Or you hold
Yeah.
and wait for Akanai, Circle, Zombie Chow, Shadow Madness.
You're right, you're right.
And that's the only way you're going to do Burst. If he draws into a second Akanai, he wins.
Well, his opponent will heal up every turn with Hero Power.
No, I'm talking about next turn. Because
Oh,
it'll be
you're
at
right.
8 health.
Oh, no, he's got low.
Oh. Yeah. There
But
goes.
the turn after that.
The turn after that, if he draws Akanai Soul Priest, he wins.
Nah, it's not bad.
Now he just got rid of his win condition, though.
But does he heal the 2-1?
Nope.
Okay, so he just wants to... Oh, because he can take damage anyways from the Hero Power.
Oh, wow.
Swipe to the face. This has gotten out of control. Can't believe Fr0zen's going to come back from this position.
I like this to keep the... Oh, he wants to Hero Power every turn.
Yeah,
I like this.
It's clever.
It's smart.
You can't actually Shadow Madness anything anymore.
Yeah, and he kept the Black Knight healthier, which I like in this situation as opposed to the Loatheb. Well, it just seems like Dog's trying to do damage control now. He was on the aggressive for so long in this game, and it looked at one point like he was just going to run away with it.
Dr. Boom really came through, man.
Yeah, he did.
Dr. Boom was so clutch.
Dr. Boom followed by Black Knight onto a Power Word shielded Sledge Belcher.
It did 4 damage to the Akanai too. It was so close from being like a complete disaster.
If it had done 2 damage, well, if it had done 3 damage, it would have been the same outcome. But if it had done 1 or 2 damage, then that play would have completely been changed, and I don't think the board state would be where it is right now. Because he would have had his Akanai still be able to alive. Actually, he would have been able to end the game, I think, with the Zombie Chow's Circle of Healing and heal the following turn. So,
wow. Fr0zen about to climb to a 2-0 lead over Dog. And, well,
he is enjoying himself with this one.
Well, he is. Why wouldn't you?
Fortune has been on Fr0zen's side this game.
So he needs to steal the Violet Teacher, and then heal it, and then draw it into Akanai Soul Priest. No, that's not enough mana. That's 7 mana, and if you draw Akanai, it's not enough.
I don't think he has any way to... Well, yeah, there'd be 14 damage showing on board.
Alternatively,
dead.
You need to Northshire heal a minion into Akanai and then kill it, and then use it.
Is someone injured?
Well, this is
Meh.
that's literally the only way you can survive, and even then, it's very slim chance.
Shadow Mass doesn't give a minion. That's interesting. I thought like it's like this Pyromancer effect. If you Shadow Man as a Pyromancer, it actually pops.
It's not the same case with Violet Teacher.
All right.
Oh,
Oh.
that keeps him alive.
Yeah. And he gives back the minion, but that's gonna put him barely alive. Because there's 12 damage on the opposite end. Oh, okay.
Nope. All right. Wait, 6
Yeah, Shadow
it's done.
Drawer is definitely enough.
with swipe, yeah.
I'm ready to learn.
All right.
It's like, he needed precisely those 2 cards to beat me. Like, Dogs looks so tilted at the moment. It's like, gosh, well, why wouldn't you be? It's like, literally everything went right. And Fr0zen's like, yep, this is why I'm ranked #1 in the
It all comes down to
Get
this.
doo-dooed, bro.
Get doo-dooed, dog.
Nice.
Nice. All right, well,
Doo-doo-doo-doo-rid.
Fr0zen's going to take a 2-0 lead in this series, and he's 1 game away from joining his open bracket brother, Weifu, and moving on to next week. That'll be the first time in the 4 weeks that both the open bracket players have actually made it all the way through.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see that happen, although I'm feeling like Dog is capable of making the comeback. He's got Warrior
agree.
vs. Mage, which this one should give him an edge. And if you can go into the series 1-2, the blind pick stage, if you feel like really confident, all you have to do is just win a couple of games. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, well, I can't play against Druid with my Warrior, so I already feel good. I can't even play against Warlock, so I feel really good. Dog might be thinking, well, he might have Hunter, he might have Priest. As long as it's not Paladin, this Warrior's in the clear.
Yeah.
And Fr0zen, on the other hand, he's probably expecting a Warlock of some kind, or maybe a Warrior as well.
Yeah.
I mean, good on Dog to not bring Hunter or Warrior.
Yeah.
But like I said, Warrior's really good.
It's
So-
very
or
good.
sorry, Warlock is really good. I'd be really surprised if anyone doesn't bring Warlock.
If you said the one thing that Dog did wrong in this tournament,
He didn't bring Warlock.
didn't bring Warlock.
Yep.
And
It's just not the way to fight.
and it's not very close to Christmas yet.
It's not. Oh, looks like we may have lost Fr0zen for a sec, or either that, or he got shy in
Yeah.
front of the camera.
Was not very fond of us watching him laugh for 2 games in
He's
a row.
fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
We laugh at him quite often.
We do.
We laugh at everything quite often.
Yes, we do.
So the Mage versus the Warrior, I think the Warrior has a lot of ways to handle the aggression.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 Whirlwinds in the deck.
There is, yeah.
And then you can sweep a lot of those really annoying 1-health minions like the Clockwork Gnomes and Leper Gnomes.
Leper Gnomes.
And then it's all about whether or not you can stabilize fast enough, so that way fireballs, ice lands, and ice frostbolts won't be able to kill you.
Yeah.
And Warrior's great at that. You can shield block, armor up, and then shield slam. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, I think Shield Maiden is a really great card to sort of help and shore up those aggro matchups just a little bit more. And we're seeing over the past couple days that Warrior has done very, very well against aggro decks. Well, against every deck in general, but against aggro decks in particular. So I'll be excited to see. And it looks like we did get Fr0zen back. We've pulled him back from the Nether, and we're gonna jump into what's possibly the last match of this series.
All right. Well, if Dog doesn't win this, he's out, and we have Fr0zen and Weifu, the 2 players who qualified yesterday, going all the way. And that would be surprising for some, but not surprising for others who realize Fr0zen's ranked #1 on the region for a reason. And I wonder if Dog anticipates this to be Freeze Mage. Probably not. I think he has a good idea that Mech Mage or some kind of aggressive tempo mage is really popular on ladder at the moment.
Yeah. A lot more popular than Freeze Mage.
Definitely.
The only guy I saw playing Freeze Mage last week was this weird guy named Fr0zen.
Yeah, he's totally a gook, man. Or goofball, sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, slip of the tongue there. Totally apologize. I meant goof. Well, here we go. Fr0zen tongue. Frozen tongue. Frozen is. I'm totally disarrayed, man. It's a long day. I totally slept, dude. I apologize, and I owned up to it. Stupid. Well, Fr0zen here ends up getting the dream start with double Undertaker, and being able to try and put on as much pressure as possible.
Yeah.
Is the key to this matchup, but ultimately when you have Fiery War Axe, you just stop everything in its way.
Yeah, and if he doesn't have a second Death Rattle here to be able to buff that Undertaker out of range, then that's just, all of his momentum is just going to be stopped by this. I mean, there's, this is a tough choice to make, actually. Because you want to clear off that Sorcerer's Apprentice, because you can make big tempo swings.
Yeah. I think the Acolyte's okay, though, because wouldn't he have played a 2-mana Death Rattle if he had it? So...
Well, he did have one.
Undertaker is, like, it's an impending threat, but it's not a threat until it is. So if you play Acolyte, you can cool Taskmaster and hit the Acolyte and then trade.
Oh, well, he's trying to... I like this. He's trying to sort of bait out the last Fiery War Axe swing on the Sorcerer's Apprentice. So now he's going to be able to buff the Undertaker up to 3-4. Pretty big. Pretty good stuff. And not sure if he's happy with getting 2 secrets in his hand.
Yeah, that's the dream.
This was the downfall of this deck when we saw it earlier. Was just that he got like Spellbender in his hand earlier on, and it really came back to bite him because he threw it out with the Kirin Mage, but then it stayed active for the entire game. Wasn't even triggered, and he ended up losing.
I wonder if he gets any use out of Mirror Entity right here. It's like, well, he can... Oh, he also met Mad Scientist. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's a good alternative play.
It's fantastic. And the reversing switch doesn't help much when everything on the board has the same health as it does. Yeah.
But you know what? The reversing switch is great against a lot of the taunts, like Sludge Belcher.
Yes, it is.
So it has lets you push through.
What to do?
It's my second favorite spare part. The one where you return them into your hand is my favorite. Forgot what that's called right now, though.
Yep.
You did too.
I did.
That's why he said yep.
Oh boy. Well, now he tests for it. It's like, well, what is it? Is it Mirror Entity? If so, I can kill it with cool Taskmaster.
Yeah, I like the PGH here.
Well, it's not. He's like, dang, I gave away my main counter to Undertaker, my big game hunter. Alright.
Process of elimination.
This is where the secrets really do throw the opponent into a loop. And like, Secrets Mage does give Warrior a hard time.
Yeah, Mage Secrets, I think, are hard to play around just because you have to sacrifice a lot to check for them. Like for Mirror Entity, you have to sacrifice a creature. For like Spellbender, or for Counterspell, you have to sacrifice a spell. And if you don't have the coin, that can be tough to do.
Right.
Spare parts make it easier.
It does. And, you know, the more I think about it, the secrets do give Warriors such a big problem where, you know, I think it's probably really difficult if Warrior can't stabilize. Because then, how do you fight against, like, Counterspell if you need to remove? Or how do you fight against, like, Mirror Entity if you don't have, like, a big creature at all?
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
Like, Mirror Entity comes now, and it's like, well, he's going to give me Dr. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, he's even got the Kirin Mage.
Yikes.
This is fantastic.
Oh, man.
We have many secrets.
He might have to live with it.
Yeah.
Dog's like, oh, crap. I may have tossed out Acolyte a little bit too early.
Do you think he reverses the Acolyte and...
Yeah, I think so.
Trades in?
Oh, you can also just kill it off, too. You don't have to use the reversing switch.
Yeah, but then you give him 2 cards.
Yeah, that does stink.
And reversing switch, you also buff up your mana worm. Oh,
well, if he does that, it actually gives it like a... It becomes like a... 4.
So it would get the attack... No, it'd just be a 3-3.
Yeah, it'd be a 4-2, I think.
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, can we check what secret that he just got? Probably Spellbender? Do you have control over that side? No?
Well, he doesn't have room to test and play a minion, so he knows there's a high likelihood it's Mirror Entity.
Yeah.
So I think he's like willing to live with the consequences.
He doesn't even care. Well, what else is he gonna do? Shield block and run the risk of either it being counterspell or
take damage is the alternative, which
Yeah.
is not very good.
yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Fr0zen's just very happy with himself right now.
Yeah, 7-7, going the opposite way.
But you don't get the boom bots.
Man, this Mana Worm's getting out of control. He can freeze it too for a lot of the tempo. He just, sure he doesn't get the boom bots, but he can still. Oh, Frostbolt to the face.
Whoa!
So aggressive.
That's 16 more damage that he's gonna put on his face. He's gonna put him to 7 health.
Oh wow.
6 health. So he draws into a fireball.
So we
Effectively
whirlwind
wins.
here, right? Well, I suppose you want to direct the damage.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay.
That's not very good.
Whirlwind.
Well, this way, if it hits the Dr. Boom, he can set up for Baron Geddon.
Right. This is pretty tricky. Gosh! He's hit so low both times. He's testing for counterspell.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh!
Oh ho!
Not bad.
Hello. Now effective board clear. That's pretty good.
Duplicate goes on to the Mana Worms.
Yeah.
It's not helpful.
Well, he's still pretty healthy. 13 health right now. Double fireball. Could he have stabilized? He's running out of juice here. He still has both fireballs in his deck. He's got a frostbolt, 2 ice lances. He still has a lot of damage, but is he going to be able to draw into that damage in time here?
Spellbender. Is he going to be even useful here?
Spellbender.
Probably not.
Spellbender's pretty good.
It's just a buff, really. I guess the shield slam it'll be useful for, but
Yeah, because he's been through both executes.
right. Now it comes the game again. Is Dog worried about Alex Straza? Shield Maiden's not bad though,
Yeah, I really like that.
and it's like he's gonna be so relieved to see it's not Mirror Entity.
Now he's at 20 health all of a sudden.
What? He was supposed to be dead.
Yeah, and these cards are not the cards that he wants to see at this point. Not putting on much pressure right now. And these are going to get eaten up. Eaten up.
Wonder if he uses Ice Lance at all. Just to freeze.
I don't think you can really afford to. I think you need all the damage that you can get going into the later stages of this game. If there is even going to be later stages.
Well, he's 3 damage off lethal, actually. It's really funny. But you can also gain yourself back up to so much life.
Yeah. Think he might be thinking about playing Baron Get. No.
But you think Baron Geddon's better than Alex Straza here?
No.
Oh, okay.
But if he Alex Strazes, why would he attack with Dr. Boom first?
Oh, because
Oh, he's going to use it on himself.
Mhm.
Okay.
to gain 9 life. It's more important. You just
Yeah.
outlast your opponent here.
Yeah. Yeah. And now he's basically reset the game. So he starts his climb back up. I don't know. We could be seeing. This one looks pretty grim for Fr0zen. Could be seeing Dog make that huge swing comeback.
That Mirror Entity is problematic, though.
I don't even know if you want to even, if you even care. Just don't even play anything. Just smack him in the face with your Alex Straza and armor up.
So this is 7 damage right here. 7 plus the 2 from Leper Gnome. It's gonna die. It's gonna get 9. He's 15 damage off from lethal. Okay, it's still really far.
Yeah.
Still really, really far.
Only 15 damage off lethal.
So unlucky. Oh, Armor Smith is so clutch.
Wow.
Okay. Does he have any incentive to just do anything? Maybe just armor up pass.
That's what I said. He could even Armor Smith and Baron Geddon,
Yeah, he could do that.
which would basically just completely negate the effect of the Leper Gnome plus 1.
And the
And then
mirror
if-
entity.
And if there's Mirror Entity, yeah, he would just be...
Well, he takes 2 damage from the Baron Geddon.
I'm not sure if he's really worried about that. Okay.
Playing super duper safe. Now he has to use Frost Bolts on Alex Straza.
Yikes. He's actually just going to go ahead and kill it off while that gets out of the way.
Yeah. Because you might need to use your hero power alternatively on next turn.
What can Fr0zen even draw that's going to be an out in this game? He has to draw like Arcane Intellect plus double Fireball, which would be 21 damage.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be able to use both Fireballs, so it'd have to be over 2 turns. And now that those are dead, it doesn't even matter anymore.
Well, he's gotten some time because Baron Geddon gave him some life.
There's 1 Fireball. Gotta
Yeah.
go for it. He's not dead on board.
You're right. It's still pretty close.
He could put 12 damage on the face right now, which would bring him down to 7 health, but he'd armor up, so even a Fireball draw next turn wouldn't even kill him.
Well, he's going to kill off Baron Geddon because he realizes there's a real big chance he might die.
Oh, he would have died next turn.
Yep.
No, he could have thrown his Armor Smith in to not die, but like got 1 hit from his Armor Smith to bring him 1 out of lethal range, but still very risky. The Spellbender value.
Execute. She dies still, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have no time for games.
I was pretty sure. I remember reading a post about that a while ago. Yeah, well, it feels like Dog stabilized, but there's still potential for damage. We haven't gotten to see much of Fr0zen's deck. I think we only got to see like the first 15 cards the last time around. I'm not sure how much burn he's actually running in the deck.
This is actually funny that Mage has more armor than Warrior.
Yeah.
Oh man, what this game has devolved into. Fr0zen has been stopped ice cold in this track.
Yes, he has. We missed a lot of puns yesterday from Fr0zen's name.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we need to make up
Wow, even despite all this, he was like, he could have gotten to like less than 10 health.
Yeah.
Despite all of this madness.
for it. And that's the threat of this deck against pretty much anything other than Warrior.
Right.
But, I mean, you think about how much life Dog actually gained this game. He went through 2 Shield Maidens, 1 Shield Block.
Here we go. Ragnaros. He should probably attack the Armor Smith. And then 50-50 to win the game. Fr0zen knows what time it is. Time to move on to game 4.
Yes, it is.
So the series evening out a little bit. Dog is down 1-2. And from here we go into the blind pick phase and wondering like what you can really choose at disposal.
Yeah.
And just taking a look at the lineups, I still like the Druid, that based off of what he has. Like now that he knows his opponent's playing pretty aggressive, but I think Warrior is also a pretty solid choice.
Yeah.
It just depends if he wants to dodge Zoo or not.
Yeah.
What do you think about on the other perspective?
I think you definitely don't go with Mage.
Okay.
Just for fear.
Yeah.
Just for fear.
It's not even like hand lock to pick off, right? So
No.
Mm.
So I would probably
Start with go with Zoo.
probably
Think
Zoo.
so?
I think Zoo.
Okay. Zoo is a possibility for sure.
It's got a
maybe
decent matchup.
Druid. I think Druid for him is also pretty good.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Warrior against Druid.
That's the #1 fear though with picking Warrior because I think about it and like
So Druid.
yeah, it's actually like really hard to play like Warrior into the Druid. So I think like Druid's such a safe pick.
Warrior,
we're wrong.
Warlock. Okay. Well, Dog throwing away his tried and true ramp Druid. Hasn't had the best of fortune today.
Well,
with
Warlock seems to, or sorry, Warrior seems like to be his best answer.
I agree. And
Because I think you just want to pick I think he anticipates Fr0zen picking Zoo, so he just doesn't want to play his ramp into it.
Yeah, or Priest. I mean, all of his matchups are not super strong against Zoo.
Right.
And I think Warrior's going to give him the best shot. Still, it's
Well,
really tough, and you can get overwhelmed pretty early.
I'd give the edge to Priest.
Out of all of these 3 decks against Zoo?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they have more tools to be able to deal with, like, a huge board early on. Whereas Warrior only has, like, Brawl to be able to completely clear.
Every, like, 1 or 2 games out of 5, you always just draw poorly as Ramp Druid, and you can't answer Zoo.
2 games out of 5, is that a...
You just draw like the opposite end of your deck, really. It's like you draw all your Ancient of Wars and your Scenarios, and it's like, well, I'm dead. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And it's just you don't have many turns to correct your curve. Versus in other matchups, like Druid versus Druid, you have like 2 or 3 turns you can draw to innervate.
Yeah.
It's usually like 1 or 2 turns, and if you miss it, then you're just blown out of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we'll
for
have
sure.
to see. Warrior, I think, if they get a lot of weapons earlier on, they can do well against Zoo.
Sure.
But I think it's highly reliant on that, which can be frustrating at times. But there's a Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, it's that kind of Zoo deck.
Packing a
Zoo
punch.
deck of the ultimate caliber of aggression. The
Yep.
fact that you have Power Overwhelming and Leroy in your deck speaks volumes about what kind of player you are.
Yeah. Apparently, #1 legend player in this case.
Yeah, you know, Fr0zen's actually really good. He's actually shown a mid-range, an aggro, and, well, yesterday he also had control, but
Yep.
today he has double aggro.
Yeah.
So he's shown all kinds of versatile playstyles.
Yeah. And he's been successful with every single one, so can't really rag on him for playing a very aggressive Zoo.
Well, he doesn't have Undertaker, and Dog doesn't have
Fiery
the
War Axe.
Fiery War Axe, so I guess you just call it even.
Yeah.
We'll meet tomorrow, same time.
Yep. Deathbite, still a great card, I think.
Yeah. Double Clockwork Gnome is pretty powerful because you get the draws.
Yeah. Actually, I think
And,
that's very powerful.
I think Dog's pretty happy about this because it's not like Flame Imp where he would have absolutely no response.
Yeah.
Or even Voidwalker. So, like, he's, like, neutral about this. Like, well, I'm not happy that he obviously has a great curve, but it could have been much worse.
Yeah. Well, if he throws down the Knife Juggler here, then
He's just afraid of
has-
Fiery War Axe.
yeah.
But I think there's just no way to live in fear if you play Zoo. There's no way to live. What are we
Yeah.
if we just are animals caged by our fears?
Yeah, the fear of a fiery
That's what Attack
war
on
axe.
Titan taught me.
That's all. That's what it taught you.
That and probably how much insects fear humans. Because, like, we do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Or more specifically, like, you know, small cows and stuff. Because, like, we just pretty much eat every cow imaginable.
Small cows?
Yeah.
Specifically small cows.
Well, cows in general. How much
Okay.
they must be afraid of humans.
I would say the big ones would be more afraid.
I suppose so.
They should be.
Well, they're afraid of Americans, that's for sure.
Yes, they are. And they have every right to be.
Give a friendly minion stealth. That is clever.
The Doomguard. Oh. Well, Knife Juggler, too. I guess if he was afraid of Fire War Axe or Deathbite at this point, doesn't matter. Now, is that a one-turn stealth?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
It's a temporary stealth similar to Conceal, except it doesn't do all your minions. I like that Dog holds restraint. It's very tempting to say, well, I'm just going to kill off the Haunted Creeper anyways, so.
Then if it gets Defender of Argus, you're in a
Right.
really bad spot.
Exactly. He's on point.
Dog's been on point today, I think.
So is Fr0zen.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Fr0zen's made any egregious misplays where I'm like, oh gosh.
Fr0zen, why?
Yesterday he did. Yesterday he did make a play where I said, Fr0zen, why?
The last match of yesterday was just a free-for-all.
Battle Royale, every card for itself.
Exactly. It was incredible.
It wasn't the highest level of Hearthstone I've seen.
No.
But Fr0zen managed to get through. I think half of it was sheer embarrassment.
Yeah.
If he keeps second Soulfire, that's pretty big. Keeping the second Soulfire? Nope.
No. Hello.
Okay. Pretty good, pretty good.
Dog's got to be happy about that one.
Yeah, but he still has like this freeze, which is strong.
But I mean, this is like a fantastic
Yeah.
board clear here.
It's a good crushing of the board. Those death rattles. This is why for a while I experimented with Little Exorcist, because that would be a 5/6 taunt right now.
Yep. For
Sylvanas.
for 3 mana.
Sylvanas coming out, does that help? Do you want to take Sylvanas preemptively against Doomguard?
He's at 13 health. He has to keep that in the
But
back
he
of his
already
mind.
used 2 Soulfires.
Oh, that's true. Is he expecting the Leroy Jenkins?
No, he's not.
I think Shield Maiden.
Shield Maiden.
A lot safer of a play. He actually has both Shield Maidens plus the Shield Block, so he has a lot of life gain.
But he's going to definitely want to use the freeze on minions like this to preserve his board. 2 Nerubian eggs, by the way.
Very good protection against Brawl.
Yeah.
So he should not be afraid to flood his board as much as he possibly can.
Well, I guess Shield... Oh, Baron Geddon. That's going to be really big in the next couple turns. So you can clear the board. But for now, I think you just wait.
I still got to be careful, though, with the Nerubian eggs.
True that.
Baron Geddon might be more of a liability at this stage.
Oh, you know what? I think Dog is thinking about a way to kill his opponent. Next turn, he'll have 24 damage. Because he has Gromosh and Whirlwind
Double
comp.
Shield Maiden, Gromosh plus the Deathbite. You're right.
Fr0zen doesn't pick up Taunt, Defender of Argus. Okay, he's got Voidwalk. And Doomguard, but he's got to make a choice.
Oh no!
Doomguard to the face. Doomguard to the face means certain death. He's got to kill off the Shield Maiden. No, Dog's like, don't do it.
He's thinking about
He's
it.
keeping his poker face as best as he can. He's keeping his poker face, man.
Dog always has a poker face.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Very close to almost costing him the game.
That's great play by Fr0zen there, realizing that he needs to kill off one of those guys.
Shield slam off the top.
But this is a great stabilization here by Dog.
Yeah.
I think he's in a fantastic spot. And now he's in the same spot.
Well, this is basically a Nax Ramish challenge and nothing else.
Nope, that's not enough.
No. That Shield Slam top deck was actually pretty big.
Yeah.
This is really funny, the board state. It's like the stickiest board you can ever imagine, and yet Fr0zen has no way to build momentum. This series is tied up, and we are going to Game 5 for the last game of the day.
Wow. Do you think we'll see the same matchup?
I think there's no incentive for either player to change class here.
Yeah.
Although, wait, it may be an opportunity for Fr0zen to switch to Druid.
Druid.
If he's like, okay, he likes Warrior, he's comfortable on Warrior, I'm going to switch to Druid.
Yeah. I mean, what bad matchups would he be running into with Druid?
The Ramp Druid. If he plays, and then if Dog catches whiff of this and says, I am predicting that you will switch to Druid because I have Warrior, and Druid is such a good matchup that I'm going to go with Ramp Druid. Screw it if I get, like, Zoo as a bad matchup. This is a lot of mind games here, and it feels very rock, paper, scissory, but that's part of the fun and the anguish of ladder, right?
Yeah.
Ladder is part of like well, I built my deck as best as I could based off what I expect the field to be.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I just go with it. But on the flip side, you know, if Fr0zen feels like his Zoo is much better than his performance, he gets to play it multiple times.
Yeah.
Or even his Druid deck, right? If his Druid deck lost previously, he wouldn't be able to. But looks like Fr0zen is going to get the opportunity to switch decks here completely. It's as if it's the last hero standing, by the way. It's like,
Yeah.
that's the way the series has progressed.
He's going up against this Warrior with everything he's got, trying his hand at all of these decks. And it all comes down to this. It looked like Fr0zen, he took 2, not quick victories, but 2 pretty decisive victories earlier on. And now he's the one that's on the ropes.
I think Dog won't be too surprised to see Druid as his last one, because it'll be like scenarios like, okay, well, this is the matchup that I was really afraid of.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's unwinnable for Warrior, but it's very hard.
It's really hard, yeah. It's hard for them to be able to deal with all the threats without taking too much damage and putting themselves in risk of just dying straight up to the combo.
Not a bad hand at all for Dog. Very meh for Fr0zen. In fact, a very good hand for Dog. He's got pretty much every early game answer. And oh, that is a beautiful curve. Double Armor Smith. He's going to set off the rocket launch. Usually players do that to commemorate a win.
And it's actually our admins doing that, though.
Oh,
It's
you're
spectator
right.
mode.
You're right, it's spectator mode.
So the
Dang it.
admins are commemorating a win right now.
That's like half the fun, like watching the players interact with the map.
Yeah. We can interact with the map too.
Alright, Wrath. Shut it down. But this is a good advantage.
When you're the one with initiative on the warrior side, you got to be happy with that situation.
Yeah, definitely. Double Armor Smith allows the warrior to just start climbing in crazy amounts of health, so that way combo doesn't really become a legitimate fear.
Yeah. That way he can use his...
Dog is contemplating, though, you know, what is there an alternative to this? Do I have to drop Armor Smith? Can I get away with playing shield block right now? That's not good news for Fr0zen.
Spectrum Knight's a good drop in this situation. Because it's going to be able to trade pretty well with these...
But it just trades one Armor Smith.
just one Armor Smith, yeah.
Good oil, good sequencing too, to make sure to catch himself to gain as much armor as possible.
Yep. And the Shield Maiden as well.
Curve.
I think that's a fantastic card against Druid specifically. Or in general, against a lot of classes, but Druid, it helps a matchup that was a lot of times bad, but having a mid-range creature that also gains you health regardless of the situation,
right,
is good. Very good.
Well, he's got the Death Spite and the armor up. And you know what? Shield Maiden can just sit on the sidelines while he gets ready. Loving it. Really good sequencing again from Dog. It's very counterintuitive when you're first starting to play Hearthstone. But you have to make sure to gain armor as the last action of your orders. So that way you have max amount of armor to shield slam, because it's strictly better to have more armor than health.
Yeah. There's nothing that more health is going to do.
Yet, until it's introduced.
But there's everything that more armor can do.
Yeah, Dog not happy to see Harrison Jones come out. But I guess the caveat is, like, at least if he has Gore Howl, it won't get taken away. Because Gore Howl is also a way you can leverage this health. Because being out of combo range is only one aspect of things. It's also a pretty good benefit on the side to be able to use Gore Howl or weapons effectively without lowering your health pool too much.
Yeah. He's thinking about whether or not he wants to throw the Fire War Axe into this or play Baron Geddon and throw in his Armor Smith.
The Baron Geddon allows him to, if he can't kill it, he can coin into Alex Fr0zen and be aggressive.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Not to mention, he also gains 2 armor during this. Oh, no, he doesn't actually. He has to suicide immediately.
Yeah. 1 armor. Better than no armor. But yeah, I like that aggressive play, because this turn we're almost certainly going to see the Ancient of Lore. And that's going to be so much damage going on his face.
Oh, man. Then Dog flips the switch. He's going to go for it, right? Coin Alex Fr0zen.
Oh,
he can't wait. He's going to do so much damage. Oh, he's got Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom is also legitimate, too. You can save the coin for, like...
why don't you just Alex Fr0zen now and then Dr. Boom after? I don't know why you would pass up an opportunity to go for the Alex Fr0zen right now. Put him on 8 health?
Well, because then he has to deal with... Okay. If you coin Alex Fr0zen, you have an 8/6. I think Dr. Boom is just more consistent and better stats, because Dr. Boom can do the 7 damage plus the whatever boom bots do. Can address the board. Coin Alex Fr0zen feels so good though, right? You put him down to what, 6 health? He has to probably use combo to clear. I don't know.
Yeah, you go
Alex
for it.
Fr0zen. I like it. It's man mode.
I don't think it's even man mode.
Courage Wolf. Courage Dog in full force, 6 HP. Fr0zen's like, what? There's 20. Oh, wow. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I
Yeah.
thought there was like possibility for like
A double
innervate.
Savage Roar.
Right, but
He's only at 9 mana too.
this is 21 damage, so he put him at 4 health. So he has to use this to clear. He can innervate Wrath as well. In fact, with this, he can keep his Ancient of Lore.
Yeah.
Also, probably should have Wrath first in case he got Big Game Hunter.
Yeah. Oh well.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably wouldn't have changed it though.
Yeah. Still though, he's on 6 health, but he's also put Dog down to 16.
Oh man, that is game, and Daw's gonna take this game 5 in epic fashion, as that was such an acceleration. That is heartbreaking for Fr0zen. He was up 2-0 and Dog reversed all kills in true Dog fashion. You know why? Because every single time I see Dog on the brink of elimination, he somehow always falls down like 0-2 or 0-1 in reverse sweeps.
Yeah.
It's just his nature.
And he did it with the same deck, so 3-0 with Warriors. So
Yep.
he doesn't even care about the format. He'll play whatever format he wants to. Last hero standing.
Sure. I'll win, I'll stay on it. It's fine.
Yeah. Yep.
Well played, and Dog and Waifu are your 2 finalists who will go on to next week, week 5, to play for a spot directly in the finals.
Yep.
Or to get more points as well. So what happens, guys, here is from week 5 to week 8, the person who gets first place will be directly seeded in. Let's take a look at the bracket to show you guys what happened earlier today and throughout the process. We have Dog and Waifu going through pretty tough bracket. Definitely tip up my cap to Dog, though. He had to go through Silent Storm as well as Fr0zen, 2 very strong ladder players.
Yeah, and it would have been cool to see both of the open bracket players make it through to the next week, but Fr0zen had a great run, but again, Dog, really impressive showing. And today we had a lot of great decks and a lot of great players playing, but Waifu and Dog did come out on top. And of course, like you said, we will be seeing them next week, so we'll get to see how they fare against all of our fantastic invites for the next week. And of course, we'll see what open finalists we'll have again.
Absolutely. Next week, we are expected to have Tides of Time, Life Coach, Gara, as well as one other special guest that'll be coming. So we got lots of cool players that'll be here on week 5. We also want to tell you guys that the last stream will be, or the last match of the stream will be happening off stream, but it'll be determining for points. Oh, it's happening on stream.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm completely wrong then. I was about to wrap up the day. Well then, guys, we want to give a thank you to our sponsors at Crucial and Western Digital. You can check it out at esl.gg/Newegg Esports. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have the final match on stream here at the ESL Legendary Series. Stay tuned.